Maggie here, the PlayStation Underground's new computer-generated host. I'm supposed to introduce each issue, but as you may or may not know, 3D graphics like me are expensive, so I've been told not to waste any time.
Alright, Maggie, they probably already know that, so just tell them what's on this issue.
Chill out, Pushy. I was just introducing myself. Our producer, too many cappuccinos.
I heard that.
Yeah, well, lighten up. Okay, let's get down to it. First up, we got a chance to sit down with some of Sony's heavy hitters, including Ken Kutaragi, Kaz Hirai, and Phil Harrison, to get the exclusive 411 on the product everyone is saving their arcade quarters for, the next generation of PlayStation. Then, I got to rack up the frequent flyer miles and expand my anime collection as we headed over to the land of the rising sun. We got to check out this year's hot new titles at the Tokyo Game Show and spend some quality time with the creators of Star Ocean and Jammer Lammy. That Lammy plays a mean guitar with her riffs and my moves. Talk about your girl power! We also got to spend some time down in sunny Southern California at the video game industry's largest trade show, E3. Check out our evaluators' picks of the show. Well, that's a tiny portion of what we've got crammed into this issue. When you're done trying out the import title, downloading stuff for your memory card, and checking out every nook and cranny of CD1, grab your controller and head over to the vault. The new demos include Final Fantasy VIII, MLB 2000, and Ape Escape, just to name a few. Alright, how was that?
Not bad, can you speed it up?
Sure, how's this? First, I got to rack up the frequent flyer miles and expand my anime collection as we head over to the land of the rising sun. We got to check out this year's...
Hey Buzz, you didn't throw out those CG host resumes, did you?
Star Ocean and Jammer Lammy. Hey gang, welcome to issue 3.3 of PlayStation Underground. A lot's been going on in the gaming world since last issue, so without any further ado... I said, without any further ado...
Sorry. Dude, quit playing GT2 and cue the monitor.
First we were off to Rhode Island where one lucky gamer won the PlayStation truck for his school for the day. Needless to say, it bumped him up a few notches in the popularity scale. After that, we hit the track with the gang from Polyphony Digital to burn some rubber and see what's under the hood of Gran Turismo 2. It's just like the real thing.
Especially for anyone who's seen you drive. Sorry.
Now, since we teased you with a quick look at my favorite game, Jammer Lammy, last issue, we thought we'd pony up the rest of the story so you can really see what makes Lammy rock. And we want to keep you all in the know about anything new regarding the next generation of PlayStation, so be sure to stop in at Tech Q&A and see what's up. I know what you're all thinking, that's cool, but what's in the vault? Glad you asked. CD2 is pushing maximum density with game demos like NFL Blitz 2000, Omega Boost, and Tiny Tank. And of course we've got enough new downloads, alphas, and hidden codes to keep everyone happy. So keep on gaming and I'll see you next issue.
Okay Maggie, we're clear. Nice outfit. Hey, did you get us any Jammer Lammy t-shirts?
No. Hey gang, welcome to another fun-filled and action-packed issue of the PlayStation Underground CD magazine.
Maggie, what's with the outfit?
What? It's our holiday issue. I just thought I'd wear something a little more festive.
Oh, I see. And here I thought you were planning a pre-dawn raid on the citizens of Whoville.
Whatever, Ebenezer. Just because I'm the only one around here with any holiday spirit.
Fine. Continue, please.
As I was saying, we've been doing tons of globetrotting to pack a lot into issue 3.4. First, we headed back to Japan for the official unveiling of the next generation of PlayStation. You're finally going to get a chance to see what this incredible hardware can do. Then we took a bite out of the Big Apple with Jammer Lammy's band Milk Can at their premiere party at the famous New York club, The Roxy. After that, it was off to Los Angeles where we spent a few days hanging out with the creators of CTR, Crash Team Racing, and Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Wait till you see how these guys spend their free time. What holiday would be complete for any gamer without some new games for their library? So stop by the vault and sample some hot new demos before filling out your wish list. Oh yeah, we've added a few new features and surprises to this issue, so check it out!
Oh, you mean like your nifty new outfit?
Did I mention that I'm your Secret Santa this year?
What? It's just a little joke.
Yeah, very little. Hey gang, since you have to get your holiday shopping done anyway, don't forget to drop by the Threads area and pick up some new stuff, like this Gran Turismo 2 watch or this Jammer Lammy signature tee. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next issue! Hey there, get a load of my new floating studio. Hey Mr. Producer, what do you think of the view?
I wouldn't know since you told management there wasn't room for a control booth in the blimp.
Oh, that's right. It's good to be queen.
Can we please get started?
No problemo. On our last journey to Japan, we stopped by the Sony Computer Entertainment Building to check out the new Legend of Dragoon game. Wait till you see the footage we brought back. Then it was off to the green to interview the developers of Hot Shots Golf 2. We'll talk about how they made an already great game even better. Wrestling fans are really gonna love this issue. We hung out with the WWF great, D'Lo Brown, to get some hot tips on how to smack down your opponent both in the ring and on your PlayStation. Most people think that being a gaming journalist means sitting on your butt all day. Well, we gave some lucky members of the press a chance to get out from behind their word processors and into the paintball arena. Check out the event center to see these guys in action.
Yeah, that was lots of fun. You know you weren't supposed to be aiming at people's heads, right?
Hey, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Besides, if you didn't stand up every 5 minutes to ask, "Are we done yet?" you wouldn't have gotten shot so much.
Yeah, but I was on your team.
Okay, moving on. As always, we have a fine selection of the hottest game videos in the vault, including Spider-Man, MTV Music Generator, and Siphon Filter 2. So if you didn't get them for Christmas, they're probably on sale somewhere.
Don't forget about Wormhole.
I'm getting to it! For the past 7 issues, you've seen us go behind the scenes of video game development and put together our own game, Project Wormhole. We're finishing off this section by putting the complete demo, including level editor, in the vault. So go check it out! Well, that does it for me. I'll see you all next issue with my footage from PlayStation 2 launch in Japan and my E3 report. Until then, happy gaming! That was a close one. I wonder why they keep shooting missiles at me.
Well, maybe it's because they don't want the Hindenburg hovering over their backyard.
Very funny. So PlayStation 2 is just a few months away. Tell me you're getting one.
Are you kidding? With so many games available at launch, you know where I'll be on October 26th. I can't believe you get all that gaming power for only $299.
You and me both. Sorry, gang. Maggie here with the summer issue of the PlayStation Underground. We started things off with a trip down to Neversoft to talk to the developers of Spider-Man. I've never seen old Spidey looking so good. For those of you who saw the Legend of Dragoon teaser in the last issue and are hungry for more, you got it. Check out the new behind-the-scenes segment. We went up to Vancouver for the Slam City Jam. We wanted to find out what real skaters thought of SCEA's new Grind Sessions skating game. Then it was back down to E3, where Malcolm in the Middle's Frankie Muniz kept one step ahead of security to report on the PlayStation 2. Check it out! Of course, what issue of the Underground would be complete without codes, downloads, and demos? Head to the vault and try Threads of Fate, Tenchu 2, and Chrono Cross, just to name a few. That should keep you busy for a while. By the next time I see you, PlayStation 2 will have hit the stores in North America.
Yeah, who says I'm giving you the day off?
Well, just for that, mister, no Tekken for you.
Hey, I'm Frankie Muniz from Fox's Malcolm in the Middle, and I'm here at E3 because the guys at PlayStation Underground asked me to come here to check out the PlayStation 2's newest games. What would you say? Someone tell my mom I'm gonna be late for dinner, okay? Yeah.
Excuse me, kid. You can't be in here.
But I'm Frankie Muniz. I'm working for PlayStation Underground. You might know me from a hit TV show, Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, right. Look, Freddie.
Frankie.
Right, kid. Unless you're 18, I can't let you in here. I know you might be somebody important. You gotta go. Come on, right this way. Let's go. Hey, am I really on camera? Check this out. Hey!
Because E3 isn't open to the public and no one under 18 is supposed to be allowed in, I was asked to keep a low profile. Hey, no problem. I'm always up for a covert operation.
Metal Gear Solid 2 shows what the power of PlayStation can do. The game is great as Metal Gear. For example, if you're in a hallway and you're being attacked and you see some steam pipes overhead, you can actually shoot at them. Steam will come out, hit your opponent, and take them out. Solid Snake is back. He's got more animations, more actions, more moves. The soldiers are back. They have even better AI and different attacks. It's important to remember in the world of Metal Gear that the technology is used to create great art, but the art isn't there just for visual sake. It's there really to enhance gameplay. For example, if you see a shadow on the floor, it's a clue that your enemy might be approaching. You can shoot out the lights, your opponent will then be at a disadvantage, and you can use your infrared glasses to see him. It's all part of the strategy to create an immersive and completely realistic world in which you feel the heat, you feel the humidity, the tension, the suspense building. It's a completely immersive and realistic world. Metal Gear 2 Sons of Liberty for PlayStation 2 will be out in fall of 2001 from Konami.
Oddworld inhabitants have made some amazing graphics. Let's take a look.
This is Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, the second game in the Oddworld Quintology, the second game of which there are 5. This time you play Munch. He's the last of his kind. He's an endangered species. His whole mission is about bringing his race back from the brink of extinction. And where's he at? He's in a medical testing facility. So you got to break him out. You got to help him regain his race. Along the way, you're going to meet Abe. You're going to play him in a full world that combines action, adventure, role-playing strategy, simulation, all seamlessly gene-spliced into one gaming experience. So this is Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, and it'll be coming to you on the PlayStation 2 this winter.
This next game is teaching me how to use a sword.
In Onimusha, a princess has been kidnapped by a monster. You play a young samurai swordsman who tries to save her. You will find it cool and exciting to slash through a bunch of monsters one after another. The graphic level we have achieved in this game was only possible because of the incredible capabilities of the PlayStation 2, combined with Capcom's programming expertise. As a result, Japan's samurai era is represented to perfection. Onimusha is coming to your home this November. Expect the best. We won't fail you.
I had robots like this to take on my big brother.
Armored Core 2 for the PlayStation 2 from Software. Much awaited sequel to the Armored Core series. There's 200 unique items. You can customize your mechs. There's 49-step ladder for single player. There's 35 new single player missions. It's got 3 new types of items. There's a radiator for overheat, and there's a super boost for accelerated movement. There's interior and exterior weapons, which allow for different kinds of targeting. It's gonna be out 4th quarter. Everybody keep your eyes out for it, because it's gonna be great.
Doesn't that guy have anything better to do? Oh man. What if you could do magic? But what if you couldn't control it?
We're talking about Summoner, an RPG for the PlayStation 2 that's due out on October 26th. It's a story about a man named Joseph who has the ability to summon demons. As a young man, he summoned a demon that got out of control and destroyed his hometown. The story follows Joseph as he learns to control his ability. As he moves through the different levels of Summoner, he picks up many different friends, and they learn more about the land, about his summoning ability, and about how Joseph can bring this ability under control. They also learn about how he can save his continent from being destroyed by an evil emperor who seeks to destroy Joseph.
This is Nico, which is a working title, and is still very early in development. It is a unique approach to the action-adventure genre and takes full advantage of the power of the PlayStation 2. You play a young hero that must lead a beautiful young girl through a puzzle-laden castle. You'll need to find your way through dark dungeons, trap-filled corridors, dangerously open fields, and challenging enemies, all while protecting and caring for the young girl. There will be so much going on at one time that it will truly test your skills as a gamer. We are excited about the new game engine that offers a whole new level of realism both graphically and in the physics of gameplay. The way the enemies behave, the way they move and attack, and the interaction you have with the world, the way the chains look and feel as you swing on them, or the details and the amazingly lifelike background, all these occur in real time and react to the way you play the game. PlayStation 2 opens so many opportunities that the possibilities seem endless. It's very exciting.
Well, that pretty much does it for me. Pretty cool PlayStation 2 games, huh? I think so. I have to wait till October 26th to actually play them. What? I'm just borrowing them for a while?
Hey, Frankie! I hope one of those is for me. Uh-oh. Hi gang, I know you can't wait to get your hands on a PlayStation 2, but thanks to Frankie Muniz, I got mine already and it rocks.
Hey Maggie, speaking of Frankie Muniz, I've got a video feed coming in from the set of Malcolm in the Middle. He's calling every half hour for you.
Really? Put him on. Hey Freddie, Frankie, how's your PlayStation 2?
Yeah, haha, very funny. You know what I want.
Huh?
Games. I was in such a hurry to leave the E3 convention, I forgot to grab games.
Oh, you mean like these?
Oh, you're gonna share, right?
Hold on a sec. Okay, gang, here's what's packed into this issue. We set up an exclusive interview with Hideo Kojima, director of Metal Gear Solid 2, to get the 411 on this incredible sequel. Whether you've yet to pick up a copy of Grind Session or you're a seasoned skating veteran of the game, a new segment has some of the pro skaters and developers showing you insider tips on hidden challenges and how to push your level of performance. I'm not the only one around here sporting a hot new look. Check out the PS1, the newest addition to the hardware lineup.
But what about the PlayStation 2 games?
Glad you asked. We went out to the Hard Rock Rock Fest in Chicago with our newly renovated PlayStation 2 truck. See what the fans had to say about this incredible gaming system. And since our PlayStation 2 roundup went over so well in the last issue, we put another one in this issue, so you can see the latest footage in action.
Maggie, you're not going to give me any of those PlayStation 2 games, are you?
Nope. Woohoo! Alright, it's party time! I'm here at one of the many shindigs going on around the country to celebrate the launch of the PlayStation 2 computer entertainment system. And to help kick things off, we decided to split up this issue of the magazine. Disc 1 will have all the usual cool stuff that you can play on your PlayStation, but Disc 2 is all DVD, baby. You know what that means. You'll need a PlayStation 2 to play the second disc. You're going to have to scour the countryside for one, because these things are flying off the shelves.
Not nice to gloat, Maggie. Just because you've got one already.
And soon, so will everyone else. Okay, so on Disc 1, we headed up to Montreal to hang out with the developers of the new Grinch game. Then we partied on at some of the biggest PlayStation 2 launch celebrations.
Must have been a tough couple months for you.
Hey now, I can only deal with one Grinch per disc.
Yeah, very funny. So, do you want to check out our first PlayStation 2 DVD disc?
Well, it's about time. See you on disc 2. Wow, that was so cool. Check out the architecture. This thing is awesome.
That's our new interface control system, completely redesigned for the PlayStation 2.
Extremely cool. I love the new Neo Tech look.
Yeah, Maggie, why don't you tell the viewers what we have in store for them?
Alrighty then, the team from Tecmo dropped by to give us a taste of their new DOA 2 hardcore game.
Oh, and Maggie, don't forget about our trip up to LucasArts to check out the new Starfighter game.
Okay, who's the host here, you or me?
Sorry.
We also have cool moves, downloads, and all the other stuff you've come to expect from the PlayStation Underground, so check it out! Okay, I'm gonna float around here a while checking out all the new PlayStation 2 stuff. See you on the inside! Welcome to Maggie TV. All Maggie, all the time.
Hey, Maglomaniac, do you want to put aside your plans for world domination for a moment and tell the viewers about this issue?
Sorry. Hey gang, welcome to the first all-DVD issue of the PlayStation Underground. First off, we spent a little time with the Twisted Metal Black development team to see who's the driving force behind that dark and twisted storyline. Driving force, get it?
Yes, very amusing.
For those of you who wonder how we get a sports star's actual face into a video game, the guys at 989 Sports demonstrated some of their face scanning techniques.
Oh, so that's how you CG hosts put on your face in the morning.
Bump. Now who's amusing? We wanted to do something cool and different for our Spyro Year of the Dragon story, so we took flight with the Insomniac development team.
Yeah, and what was obviously a moment of insanity on the part of our legal department.
And finally, I got to go to this year's Super Bowl, sort of, to check out the PlayStation events that went on before the big game. And even though we've changed our format to DVD, you'll still find all your old favorite sections, including the vault, downloads, cool moves, and more. Check it out, and I'll see you next issue.
Great. You can go back to talking to yourself now.
Talking to me? Are you talking to me? I'm in Tampa, Florida, and I got the cush job of covering the Super Bowl. In a few days, this stadium will be pushing maximum density with over 71,000 fans. My first stop was the NFL Experience, a huge event put on in the stadium parking lot that combined games, food, and a chance to test your gridiron skills. I stopped by the PlayStation 2 touring attraction where I hung out with New Orleans quarterback Jeff Blake. Outside the truck, people were pretty pumped up. While checking out all the games on the truck, I kept one eye open for my suspiciously absent producer. I want to make sure we hook up because I'm going to the Super Bowl. Alright, this is Ebor's famed Cuban club where PlayStation has set up the game before the game, where players from opposing Super Bowl teams face off in a quick cyber version of the event on NFL Game Day 2001. This year's event had Jason Sehorn of the New York Giants battling Qadri Ismail of the Baltimore Ravens. This is the 6th year of the game before the game, and so far every team that has won here has gone on to win the Super Bowl. But no pressure.
How many quarters? Well, these are the rules. We're going to play 2 3-minute quarters. All right, Jason won the toss. He chooses to receive. He wants the ball. So let's go ahead and let's play game before the game.
By now, you people at home already know the outcome, but we thought we'd show you Ismail laying the smack down on Sehorn anyway.
You've been on the fake.
That was imaginary spike, okay? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the game. Our winner from the Baltimore Ravens, Patrick Ismail.
After that, it was off to the VIP party. If there's one thing you can count on at these events, it's unique guests, awesome food.
You gotta take that little head, you gotta squeeze that little tail like that, wiggle that little boy, take him off.
And lots of PlayStation games. If you're in Tampa and you have the day off, you could hang out on the beach playing volleyball and building sandcastles. Or, in our case, my producer and I decided to check out the Florida Gators. When you're in Florida and you're looking for gators, the aptly named Gatorland is the place to hang. Through those jaws lie some of the biggest gators you'll ever see.
Maggie, I thought you were talking about college football. We're not actually going in there.
Come on, chicken boy. I figured, how often do you get to be this close to live 12-foot alligators? And seeing my producer squirm was just an added benefit. This is Maggie, coming to you live from inside the alligator pen.
Maggie, would you please get out of there? I'm pretty sure our insurance doesn't cover this.
Oh, come on. Would you look at the size of some of these guys? Are you getting them in the shot with me?
Maggie, watch out! Oh, great. Now you've lost your hat. Would you get out of there before you lose something else?
Chill out, Keith. Besides, that was your hat. Ooh, a 989 sportsman, eh? Come back here with that hat. On Saturday, it was back to the Cuban Club for the Locker Room Challenge, where NFL players were battling it out on PlayStation 2.
Go, big move, Tony!
They're on the board. Touchdown!
Fans had a chance to grab autographs from their favorite football greats. I asked a few people who they thought were going to win the big game.
The Ravens are going to kick the Giants' ass!
So wait a minute. You're telling me I don't have tickets to the Super Bowl?
Now, I never said I was getting you into the game. I said you were going to Tampa, not the Super Bowl.
This is about your hat, isn't it? I said I'd get you a new one. Hey gang, well it's E3 time again, which is why I'm hanging out in front of the Los Angeles Convention Center.
Hey, Maggie, since this is our first issue packaged in with the official PlayStation magazine, you might want to take this opportunity to introduce yourself.
Oh, that's right! Hi gang, I'm Maggie, the host of the PlayStation Underground, and as my producer just mentioned, we've teamed up with the official PlayStation magazine so that every once in a while you'll get more than just your regular demo disc. You'll get a DVD, playable only on your PlayStation 2, packed with interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, memory card downloads, and more!
And one annoying, bubbly host.
To celebrate the transition, we thought we'd do something a little different for this issue. So our programmers are using a new 360-degree camera technology from a company called En Route. From the time you enter the E3 hall until you reach the Sony booth, you can actually get a quick peek at the show floor. Here's how it works. Once I take off out of here, you can use the analog sticks to pan the camera left or right, so you can virtually look around.
I figured you'd sneak that word in there somewhere.
Once inside, the Sony booth will transform into a cool heads-up display where you can check out some of the games and videos in different areas.
And what about the stories?
I'm getting to that! When you're inside the booth, you can also check out the segments we shot while in Japan on the games Dark Cloud and Extermination.
I thought you went to the Tokyo Game Show.
How right you are! However, rather than showing you the games that will someday end up on the shelves here in the US, we thought we'd give you a look at some of the stranger titles.
And downloads?
They're in there. Just look for the icon on the menu display.
Well, it sounds to me like you've got this issue wrapped up, but aren't you afraid that the 360-degree camera will show your bad side?
What bad side?
Having fun? And who are we pretending to be today? Laura? Snake?
And simulation. No, just a journalist on the run from our evil producer.
Touchy. Well, if you're done with your little holographic game of hide and seek, why don't you tell the viewers what's in this issue?
No problem. Hey gang, in this issue, check out Eco. We got the lowdown from the developers in Japan. Then I flew over to Naughty Dog to hang out with the creators of Jak and Daxter. For those of you who thought the 360 camera we used at E3 in our last issue was cool, the folks at En Route showed us how they're using it to give you a head-spinning look at things.
Head spinning, huh? It's kind of like an exorcist cam. With the head spinning.
Begin simulation. Now, where did I leave that laser? Hey gang, Maggie here outside the headquarters of Naughty Dog Software. Up there, the gang is hard at work on their new game, Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. My reputation as a journalist must precede me, because I'm about to score an interview with Jak himself. Let's head on up. You may recognize Naughty Dog as the folks behind that famous Bandicoot, star of the Crash series. Now they're working hard to make stars of Jak and his buddy Daxter. I'm going to get a little FaceTime with Jak and discuss his rise to fame. I can't seem to find the receptionist, but Jak's gotta be around here somewhere. Excuse me, I'm here to see Jak. He's expecting me?
Jak who?
Jak. From Jak and Daxter?
Yeah, you might want to try the conference room down the hall.
Have you guys seen Jak? I had a couple quick questions for him.
Jak is just a CG character, but I can tell you anything you want to know.
He's a poly, not a CG character. What's up with you fleshies anyway? Always trying to claim credit for our hard work.
Right. Jak's just a little busy right now. But there's some folks in the studio who might be able to answer your questions.
Well, after wandering around the set for a while, I tracked down a few members of the Naughty Dog team who were quite helpful. They told me a little bit about the adventures of Jak and Daxter.
Jak and Daxter is about a couple of friends. They have a tendency to get into a lot of trouble together, and there's one particular time at the start of the game where the two of them are exploring a forbidden place called Misty Island.
As Jak and Daxter are exploring Misty Island, they come upon a little vial, a vial of something they don't know what it is. Daxter throws it to Jak. Jak catches it, and as he catches it, it starts glowing. This is part of the magical force Jak has.
Daxter accidentally got transformed into this kind of rodent form, something he's not very happy about. The two of you are kind of poking around the world, trying to figure out what they can do to change Daxter back into a human.
The adventure begins with Jak and Daxter running back to the sage, who's a mentor of theirs in the village that they grew up in, and saying, "What can we do?" And he says, "Well, there's only one person I know of that might even be able to help you. He lives far to the north, and you're going to have to go find him."
Wow, this eco sounds like some powerful stuff. What the heck is it? And where did it come from?
Eco is an energy force that runs through the planet. There are many different varieties. There's blue eco, and green eco, and yellow eco, and red eco. And each one of these different kinds of eco give you different kinds of powers to the game, and you have to learn how to use the eco to your advantage.
We have dark eco, which acts as a catalyst for all the other ecos. Like blue eco, by itself, you might have some sparks, you'd have static electricity rubbing your feet on the floor or whatever, right? You mix some dark eco in there and you've got a thunderstorm, millions of volts and just incredible power.
So, Jak and Daxter leave their village and set off to find an antidote to turn Daxter back into his human form.
I'm actually in Sandover Village, which is where you start the game. There's a bunch of huts behind me, as you can see. Those huts are the dwelling place of a lot of the villagers that you'll meet when you first start the game. And all of these villagers generally have something that they want you to do for them, and you can do these quests and tasks and get a power cell in exchange. One particular example is the sculptor in Sandover Village has lost his muse. She's run away to Misty Island. She's a little furry creature. And so when you get to Misty Island, you'll see the muse running around. So if you catch the muse and bring it back to the sculptor will give you a power cell.
Oh, my muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
Well, that sounds simple enough. What else are those two going to be doing?
There's a tremendous number of different tasks in the game. Some are incredibly simple, like just find a little hidden place and collect a reward. Others are woven across a number of different levels. A specific example of these tasks would be in the first village. The mayor is complaining that the village has no power anymore because the eco power beam from the jungle is broken. And so you have to go into the jungle and discover that the evil lurkers have diverted the power beam into their machine, and then you have to realign the beam towers all across the jungle to connect it back to the village.
Jak and Daxter face a ton of enemies in the game, like these nasty lurkers who are constantly in their face. But be careful, they're a lot smarter than they look.
They're actually quite intelligent. So for example, in many cases, if you come to a gap in a cliff and you jump it, they'll jump it and keep chasing you.
But let's face it, Jak would not stand a chance against all those lurkers without a little help from Samos Hagai, the Green Sage, and his daughter Kayla.
Well, one of my favorite characters is actually the Green Sage, Samos. Samos is sort of your classic wise man, although instead of the typical nice, kindly old man, he's this really crotchety old guy, yells at you a lot. He's always saying things like, "Why haven't you done this yet?" So it sort of adds a element of sarcastic humor to the game.
Fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful?
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Kira is Jak's mentor, the Sage's very cute daughter. She's not your typical kind of teenage girl. Instead, she's in there in the racer machine shop in their hut, tinkering in the garage, building this A-Grav Zoomer device. She's determined to really get them working.
Great! You have the 18 cells needed to power my heat shield.
The Naughty Dog team spent a ton of time working on the details of the game to get it looking as good as they can, and it shows. All the work has really paid off, especially in the animations.
We've created kind of a unique system for blending different animations to create smooths between what would be two totally separate animations in most other games now. I'll give you an example of this. If you're running along, you may be halfway in speed between a walk and a run. Well, what our game will do is it'll take the walk animation, it'll take the run animation, and it'll evenly blend between them to create a new frame that represents where your feet would be if you're running at that speed. And if you jump, it'll blend all of those things into the jump and create a new unique frame of animation that represents exactly what you'd be at that time. And what that ends up creating is not infinite, but a humongous number of possibilities, all of which, every single frame, are created just to get the right animation to make him smoothly move in and out of every one of his frames. And that's truly unique.
Smooth moves alone mean nothing unless you've got the look to back it up, and these two definitely have the look.
The character design process for this game was very challenging for us because we actually have now the capability of creating characters that we always wanted to see on either a video game or an animated feature. And because of that, the level of detail that Jak has is about 6 times greater than what the level of detail that Crash had.
So for example, Jak himself is more polygons and is more detailed than the entire screen was in a single frame of Crash. Just Jak.
It's not only the main characters that look great, but the entire world really comes to life. The team at Naughty Dog have truly pushed the power of PlayStation 2, creating an absolutely amazing looking world for Jak and Daxter to explore. One of the things that really sparked my interest is the particle system.
The particle system is a very handy thing. It deals with little tiny chunks of stuff that you can sort of assemble together into making a flame or a piece of smoke or maybe ripples or rain.
All of the places in the game are really cool. All I can say is, wow, this new world really shows off the power of PlayStation 2.
One of my favorite visual effects in the game is when you kind of battle your way up to the top of the tower over there, the one with the rotating disc on it. You can then look down across several levels worth of kind of coastline, and you see your village and the beach, and look on towards the end of the game, and you get this awesome sense of like space, and it's just very dramatic.
Each of these areas are pretty impressive in their own right, but you're going to be amazed at how big and cool this world really is.
One of the things we set out to do with Jak and Daxter is to create a giant contiguous world. What that means is once you've actually started playing the game, you'll never have to stop and wait for a load time. You'll never have to pause as you're playing to wait to go into a different area. And the camera never really cuts to say, oh, okay, you were in the forest, but now you're in a cave, so it's a totally different situation. You just walk in and out of doorways, or you walk across a bridge and you're in a new area.
I learned a ton about the game from Jason and his team at Naughty Dog, but I still didn't get to meet Jak. So I decided that instead of waiting for the game, I'd wait for him. Is Jak here yet?
Nope.
Is Jak here yet?
No.
Is Jak here
No.
yet? Is Jak here yet?
No.
Is Jak here yet?
No.
Hey there! Welcome to Casa de Maggie. I thought I'd kill some time doing what I do best. I sort of forgot you were coming over, or I would have cleaned up. Oh well. You're probably wondering what we've got jammed into this issue. First, we went up to Electronic Arts in Vancouver to see how SSX Tricky was coming along. After watching this segment, be sure and check out the demo in the vault. Then we asked the producer of Hot Shots Golf to show us what it takes to make a US version of a Japanese game. If you ever wanted to be a musician but you're lacking in talent, then the PlayStation 2 could be your instrument of choice.
So killer, dude.
Check out our segment on frequency and maybe you can develop those musical chops you never knew you had. And for those die-hard RPG fans, the development team at Square gave us a sneak peek at Final Fantasy X. Well, I've got a few more demos to try in the vault, so I hope you don't mind letting yourselves out. Happy gaming, and I'll see you next issue. Maggie up here in the PlayStation R&D office. We've just temporarily lost power to our gravity generator. I was downloading this month's OPM for a sneak preview of the tons of new stuff. So much, in fact, I think I blew a circuit. In this issue, we follow the crew of the PlayStation 2 touring attraction to some of the events to see what it's like to have one of the coolest jobs around. Then we headed up to Crystal Dynamics for a look at Blood Omen 2, Legacy of Kain. We also packed this issue with a bunch of cool moves, demos, and downloads, so check them out! Now, if I could only remember which wire goes with which, the blue with the green, or the green with the red, or was it the red with the yellow? Well, here it goes. Oops, that can't be good. This is the life. Soaking up the rays. I just need a little more sunblock. This stuff doesn't seem to be a high enough polygon count. Oh! Hey gang, welcome to Maggie Readaville. I'll bet you're here to get the inside scoop on this month's OPM, right? Well, so much for my vacation. This month, we've got all sorts of new features for you discriminating gamers out there. First up, Seattle. We went to the city of Much Rain to get the behind-the-scenes scoop on Draken, the Ancient's Gates. Then we hung out with the SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs development team to to show you how they went all out to bring you the hottest combat game ever. Besides all that, we've got the usual stash of awesome demos, cool moves, and downloads to keep you busy until next month. Well, time to get back to some warm fun in the sun. Reload simulation. Ugh, not another programming bug. This is gonna take a while to fix. Hey gang, Maggie here, engaging in a little extreme scuba action. The producer of The Underground thought I should do my hosting for this issue from an exotic locale, and I wasn't about to turn down a free vacation. The props department left a DVD around here someplace. I just hope it hasn't become fish food. Alright, Johns, you haven't seen a shiny piece of circular plastic, have you? I need it for my presentation. Huh? Oh, come on, guys. Yeah, that's nice. Gotcha! In this issue, SCEA's motion capture team down in San Diego shows us the ins and outs of this exciting technology. E3 is America's largest video game trade show. Meet the group responsible for designing and creating Sony's incredible booth year after year. Ever wonder how a game makes the jump from PC to PlayStation 2? The developers of Half-Life showed us how it's done. You get all that, plus demos, cool moves, downloads, and more. So check it out! Ah, another info-packed issue. Talk about your pearls of wisdom. Get it? Pearls, because it was in an oyster. What? Oh, you suck.